How's it going, ladies and gents? Reverend Saint back again with another video for you guys today. What we're going to be talking about is a little something similar to what Mr. Prestigious Key talked about yesterday, and I watched his video. I was like, that's a good topic, and I kind of wanted to share my opinions on this and give a little bit more insight, I guess you could say, as someone who is a quite avid PC player. I don't play Call of Duty on PC very often, but you know, I've done more than just modded zombies and stuff like that, and custom zombies. I've done custom or modded Skyrim and modded GTA. You know, I've messed around with a lot of things. Modded Left 4 Dead. I've messed around with a lot of things as far as someone who is primarily a console player goes. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the idea of console mods and stuff like that. As we all know, Fallout 4 is going to have mods on console, and I guess there's been like some delays and stuff like that actually recently with the actual full-on release of this. But it's a great idea for a game like Fallout or a game like Skyrim. We got Skyrim Remastered coming out, which is also going to have mod support on consoles and stuff like that. PS4 does not have it yet, but it's supposed to have it, but it also got delayed or something like that. It's really confusing what's going on right now, but basically it is possible, and it's, I guess, the forerunner of all this, I guess, is or for mods on console. I don't want to just say this, but I feel like it's accurate just based on my experience. But I feel like Halo was the first game to really bring something like a map editor or a mod tool into console gaming space for first-person shooters with Forge, because you didn't just make like new maps or anything like that. You actually make game modes, you spawn things in, you can put things where you wanted them to be. Now, it was a full-on modding because you couldn't actually change the way certain things work. Like, you couldn't change the way a gun worked, you couldn't bring another gun into the game, you couldn't make your own models and stuff like that. But nonetheless, you could basically just build an entire map or game mode yourself, based on the entities that are within the game. Now, that is obviously a very limited way of doing things, but now they're adding full-on mod tools for consoles. As you guys know, the mod tools for zombies, as far as I know, have been released finally. I made a video on that a couple days ago, which is really cool. But let's talk about the idea of mods for custom games. Now, you would think that if they allow mods for custom games on console, then it's gonna leak over into multiplayer and have some issues there, but that's not quite the case, because what Fallout 4 is doing, as far I think, is what they're doing is you can only do it if it goes through their official gates, I guess you could say. So they have to approve it. They have to get it through there in order for it to go over in the console and be approved for console, so people can download it on consoles. But you could do a similar thing with Call of Duty in multiplayer maps for custom games and custom game modes and stuff like that, where, or even like, I don't know, like custom zombies game modes on Black Ops 3 as well, which is something that Ryan had mentioned. But they could easily do this and keep it out of actual multiplayer, like online multiplayer, if they only allow you to do it through their official approved system. Basically, they could have some blocks, some security blocks, so that you can't get an upload. Like, you have to go upload the mod, they have to approve it, and then it goes through. So if they have certain things in place, they can allow it to be like using custom games and custom maps and stuff like that, but it won't be allowed to be used in multiplayer, and they'll be able to catch it right away. Now, as far as you guys know, like, modding is an issue on PC games and PC multiplayer games, but it's not as big of an issue as you think when the game has come out. It takes a while for people to figure out how to actually mod the game files. It takes a while for them to figure out how to get past securities and stuff like that, and usually they still do end up getting caught. You look at people in like the Division who same with Overwatch. If you get caught cheating in Overwatch, boom, you're done. And that's a big thing, and that's something that they would have to do for Black Ops 3 if you get caught cheating, obviously. But it is something that is possible and that they could do, and it makes me think of what is entirely possible for console mods in the future, especially with consoles like so much more. Now, obviously, flops don't correlate exactly with how good something is, because there are plenty of GPUs who have high power outputs like 6 teraflops, 7 teraflops, and stuff like that, but they're not as good as other ones that are just better made. They have a better memory speed, better memory bandwidth, and stuff like that. But Nonetheless, if they're aiming for 6 teraflops, they understand that they have to have all the other stuff beefed up as well. So knowing that, it's probably going to open up so many other doors for consoles to be able to do, whether it be mods or bigger open worlds and stuff like that. Obviously look better, do 4K, whatever. But as far as mods are concerned, they can actually implement different systems into the games that will allow people to possibly change things on the spot. Who knows? Maybe they'll announce like dev kits that people can download and mod things and stuff like that with the consoles, so you don't have to get your own dev kit version, or do it all on PC and you can actually test it on the console. Who knows what is possible in the near future with these new consoles coming out, these mod tools coming out, the cross-platform of mods to console with Fallout 4 and Skyrim, the possibility of having some really fun custom games be made in Black Ops 3, or not just, well, not really Black Ops 3, but in the future would be absolutely fantastic, I think. I remember back in the Halo 2 days when people were modding custom games in Halo 2 and multiplayer, sadly, but in custom games in Halo 2, which it wasn't very often I ran into it, but it was a ton of fun. We didn't really even do anything. They just changed how things work. You get on the back of a warthog on the turret, and then it would take off and start flying like a banshee, and you could fly it around and shoot people on the turret, and it would look hilarious, and it was a ton of fun. And then they had plasma pistols. When you shot a fully charged plasma pistol, it spawned a super banshee that was super fast, or like SMGs that shot rockets and silly stuff like that. But you could use all of that and change things and do what they do with like custom zombies at World at War on PC right now, where they add guns and add different things and make their own almost story-driven zombies maps, and you could make things in custom games. And then you look at something like say Doom. I almost completely forgot about Doom. The snap map idea in that, where you could practically program your own campaign levels, and like you can add like a money system into that game where you could go and buy things like with these snap maps, and add boss battles and stuff like that. It is really cool to sit here and try to and think about the future and what it could possibly bring. So anyway, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the idea of having multiplayer custom games. Custom games, not multiplayer online, but custom games, mods in Black Ops 3, in future Call of Duties, and in other games of first-person shooters. What do you guys think of the idea of that? Let me know in the comments down below. Love to hear from you guys. And don't forget to hit that share button, share with your friends, and hit that subscribe button if you have not. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for yet another video. Peace.